Hello and welcome to Flickshot Rogues. I really love this game. I'll get into more about what it's about and all that stuff in a minute, but I just want to get started initially so I don't have so much dead space, you know? You start the game, when you first get the game, if you ever get the game, you start with the Swashbuckler and the tactile. I'm going to start with the two things that they start with, which is the Blazing Lantern and the Sticky Bombs. And we're going to do, I haven't cleared anything past Doom level 5, I'm just going to do Doom level 1. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to do Doom level 5, yeah. Why not? It's not too bad. So let's do Squid Infested Shores. So this game is a roguelike. I really love it. I got it as part of a Fanatical bundle, and I have just taken to it so much that I wanted to have a little bit of a recording of it. So I have to take a curse because of my Doom level. And we already start with curse from the start, so that's another curse. I'm going to take sharpshooter enemies, increased damage by 15%. And we're going to go to a combat. So, combat is like this. You have your enemy units. The gold ones, the ones with the gold borders, are commanders. You kill the commander, the rest of them run. And the only way I can move is by aiming this. I bounce off walls and enemies. And when I bounce off walls and enemies, different things happen. For the Swashbuckler, this person right here, I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. I'm going to assume it's a woman. They do damage by directly landing into foes. And if I do land into a foe and hit them, I set them on fire. If a foe is on fire and they hit another foe that is on fire, it spreads the fire. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit that guy down there. I cannot because I am dumb. And you see they take their turn after I do. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to avoid that damage, and see if I can't rectify that not hitting earlier. Nope, but I do get access to the commander through this, because I baited them over to the left. And because I don't see a good way to hit both of these with the Swashbuckler without being still in range of this guy, I'm going to do the Clawbertman. Or Clawbalterman, I don't know how to say his name. This guy does basically an AoE attack around him, and when I use sticky bombs on him, he attaches a bomb to foes. After 2 turns, it goes boom. If they die, it goes boom. So let's go ahead and sit some bombs on them. And you can see now the bombs are primed, and he actually wasn't going to go up there, which is good. And I'm just going to hit this guy and interrupt his attack, and he should die next turn because he was the commander. Yep, he dies. Boom. And they go away. And you get your golden year XP, and those are pretty much, well, not self-explanatory, because most roguelikes don't let you level up. This game does, because gold is used to buy trinkets and interact with special objects, like the Friendly Rock or the Gloomfang. Not really those two, but point being, EXP increases your base HP, your shield, and the damage you deal. And you'll see that when we actually level up. I'm going to go for the hard combat down here, because I want to take the Gloomfang later. And then we get an upgrade here, too. Feint usually isn't that great because you have to hit someone and then hit another person in the same hit, and you have to take other upgrades to make that worthwhile, and it's only 50% damage. Invigorating explosions is great because when a bomb explosion hits you, as in when you're close enough to an enemy when they explode, you regain shield based on the damage. And then jump attack's nice, but yeah, I'm going to take invigorating explosions. It's great. We're going to go to the hard combat. And then there are 3 waves, and if I take too long to beat a wave, they are going to send reinforcements. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy into his friend, and see if I can't also just knock him around a bit. Yep. And then I'm going to switch to Clawbalterman, or whatever it's called, and I'm going to go behind them and set the bomb up, so I can reset the fire, but I can't deal extra fire damage by hitting them again. And he should die from the fire. Yep. Time for wave 2. Now this guy is really, really annoying. I need to get set up pretty well here. Hold on, let's see if I can't. Take some precision. There. Hit all 3 and set bombs on them. Yeah, that guy's going to explode. This guy with the crab barrel, he is going to explode if I kill him, or if I'm anywhere near him. When he does die, I take damage. So I'm pretty sure I am going to take some damage from this big hermit crab here. He's going to hit me. That is unfortunate, but I needed to deal that damage because this guy summons enemy troops. And those troops are really dangerous, so I need to... I'm going to hit this guy into him and set him on fire like that, and then move over here so this guy can't hit me. Boom. And then that bomb hits him too, so he's going to die next turn. And he got friendly fired. Then I'm going to do... I'm actually going to switch to Klabauterman to go over here so that I don't bounce too far away. Yeah, so I have a lineup shot. Bam, bam. That was 2 hits on him. Because he bounced into the wall, then back off me. Which was great. Now, if I don't kill the commander by this turn's end, I would have more enemy reinforcements. But I did kill him. And this game gets pretty dang difficult at high Doom levels and in later levels. So I'm going to see if I can't win this. Yeah, the hermit crab, when he's all turtled up like that, he does not take much knockback at all. He does take some knockback, but barely any. So I want to very... There. Boom. Hit both of them. And there's no more waves, so no more reinforcements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock into him, so I bounce away. He's still going to hit me, I think. Yeah. Ooh, that hurts. And then this little eye symbol means that the attack is going to follow me. I need to move as far away as I can. There we go. The further you move, the less chance it has to hit you. It can still inadvertently hit you, but it's much less likely to the further you move. We get a lot closer to him now. And thankfully he didn't teleport away, because a lot of these ranged enemies do that a lot. Double hit. And then I am going to hit exactly onto him, because I don't want him to die with the Klabauterman. Because otherwise, he would explode and probably deal damage. Oh, I was too close anyway. Fuck. That's unfortunate. Gloomfang, my friend. Now see, I can take a challenge, and if you take a challenge and you beat it, you get to immediately level up through that challenge. But A, we're on a pretty decent Doom level, and B, if I take 1 EXP from him instead, I can level up. Because I'll have 4 out of 4 EXP, which you can do at a campfire, which means I get to heal. And I deal extra damage with all my abilities, and also have more health and all that. Which is worth it, in this case. Ah, this boss. So this guy just summons a crap ton of bombs. I was gonna say the other word, but yeah, and you just hit them, they explode, and then, yeah. He's a very simple boss, but given he's one of the first ones, it makes sense. Can I get over that way? There we go. Boom, boom. Now that is gonna hit us both, but that's okay. Because he's gone now. The hermit crab is gone now, which means it's just me and the boss for this wave. When I get through his first health bar of the boss, that's when the next wave will come. We're gonna go Klabauterman, because even at max level flick power, we could not reach him with the Swashbuckler. Boom. Bam. And he's gonna take a lot of damage this turn through fire and bombs. And I'm just gonna hit him again to reset that fire, and to bounce him into the wall to deal even more damage. And you can see we have another hermit crab and another one of the, I guess they're called like big armed ones, I don't remember the name. But anyways, we're just gonna do this, boom, that's gonna explode that, and set bombs on all of them. Which is great for us. Now he's gonna do his charging attack. I actually do not want to be near him right now, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna set a bomb on that hermit crab. So he's not gonna take any damage because he's all shelled out, but boom, they're still taking damage because they're all on fire and around bombs. So when he's done with his turn, he is gonna explode that bomb, and that is gonna deal damage to him. See if I can't perfectly position. Just like that. I can move individual pieces to more precisely change my flick. Which really does help. And he's not going to get anywhere near me. We're just going to send that, and he is gonzo. That is Area 1 clear. Now, I don't remember if I even set off the, I don't remember if I turned off Doom 6. Because, well, we'll figure that out. Because Doom 6 is a bit harder than Doom 5. Let's see. On guard is nice, but you basically have to take damage for it to work. Most of the time. Unless you get enemy pieces to knock around other enemy pieces into you, usually it's them hitting you that, you know, causes it. Instant ignition is nice, because it's just pure damage. Strike scanning knockback is not bad, but it's not great either. I prefer the upgrades that deal increased radius with this. So we're going to take instant ignition. And then I'm going to gain 1 EXP because I don't need the health right now. And we move on to the Sentinel Sands. And you climb all the way up to the top of the mountain. Let's see if we can do that. Through the hard combat. Okay. Just gonna max that out. That gets me over here. He's not gonna move because he's already close enough to me. And I deal damage to you, preventing you from attacking. You take instant ignition damage from being on fire. They get on fire by hitting him, which causes additional ignition damage. Boom. And he should die. No. He died. I forgot they immediately go into their shell. And then I'm not going to be able to do much to him, but I'm going to use him as a bouncing off point to hit those two down there with bombs. And then I am willing to take a little bit of damage if this is what happens to get all this damage on them. Because those bombs are going to explode, and that's going to hit them, and that means that ranged enemy there is dead. Which is great. And it means that I still have 3 turns to kill this commander unit. Get me over there. And I'm going to set him on fire just in case. And that gets me right next to you. You were called Squid Armor. I forgot I can do that. Yeah. So he increases the value of the troops and makes them much more dangerous. You don't want to leave him alone. Let's see here. I am going to deal damage through fire to those two. How do I want to do this? I couldn't get out of the blast range, so I am going to take some health damage. But I had to get away from them, and if I leave them alone, that guy was just going to deal damage to me next turn, and I was just going to put myself in a corner where I couldn't get out of. But it seems like we're going to be doing okay. Because he's on fire, he's going to die soon. I'm not in danger of taking any extra damage. Which is grand. Ta-da. And next time I go to a campfire, I level up. Ooh. See, these, 2 of these are really interesting. On guard, we've seen before, insta-bombs, when striking a foe who already has a bomb attached, cause an instant bomb explosion for 25% damage. This rewards you for hitting someone with the bomb guy, I'm just going to call him that now, and then hitting them again the next turn. Heatwave, meanwhile... Excuse me. I had like a voice crack and a cough all in one. Heatwave, on the other hand, when a burning character is destroyed, all of the burning characters instantly take 50% damage. Mind you, if they hit each other, they renew their fire. So this is great for keeping enemies on fire and then letting them burn each other up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the campfire, hard combat, and we're going to go for Gloomfang, Friendly Rock, and Alchemist. These are very good things to have, although I will miss out on having the shops, because neither of these 2 routes have a shop. But I do get to level up anyway through the campfire, and we take the hard combat. It is worth it. I promise you. And what are you called? Strong Grab. Of course you are. See if I can't get you to Can I get you to set the barrel guy on fire? Yes, I can. And now all 3 of these enemies are on fire, which means that is a lot of damage. Let's see. I'm gonna run over this way to... No, because I have to take damage anyway. Shoot. Unfortunately, yeah, I think I do. It's still gonna hit my shields, but I'm gonna lose quite a bit of health here. Because I couldn't get away from his blast without going up here to the right where the hermit crab would have hit me. And then he would have summoned enemies on me, the squid captain. He calls in reinforcements immediately, so I would have been surrounded. I could not afford to go up there. In fact, I need to deal with him first and foremost. He's the most dangerous. So he's dead. We're gonna go up here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this before reinforcements arrive, because I'm trying to avoid that bit of damage. Let me see if I can't set a bomb on this guy by going up here. Yep. Perfect. And he's going to knock into him, but he's not going to deal any actual damage. Unfortunately, I don't think that bomb's going to kill him, so I'm going to set you on fire just to have a burning character. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, I dealt a lot of damage there. Oh well, he actually did die from the bomb, which is good. Now what I need to do is I need to set up a bomb on... Can I set up a bomb on him? I think yes. Boom! Captain has a bomb on him. Very good. That is very dangerous. I need to get out of the range of 1 attack, even if it means I take the hermit crab attack. Because that guy's gonna shoot first, yep, which means I would have taken both hits if I had stayed there, which would not be good. And they are all dead to fire damage. I love it. We're gonna set you on fire, and you are dead because of instant ignition. We are going to hit you, hopefully into him. So you're both on fire. Boom, perfect. Let me see. That should work perfectly. He's down. Last round. Okay. I'm gonna kill the reinforcement guy first, so I'm gonna set up bombs on a lot of these enemies. Let me see about there. Right about there. Perfect. It's got them all set up with damage. And then I'm going to see if I can't bounce you into someone else. It's going to be tough, but... No, I couldn't. Unfortunate. Now, he's going to get upgraded, and he's actually going to stop his attack. Not good he's upgraded, but at least he's not going to attack me. I'm going to bounce into you, and I'm going to hit the other guy, too. Bam! Oh, I love doing that. And he takes friendly fire damage because he teleported into the wrong area. Perfect. Oh, you poor thing. Goodbye. All those hits. Perfect. Now I'm going to go to the Gloomfang, and I'm accepting a challenge this time. Rampage like a bull is really easy to do on the last round, and you only have to do it 2 times. But Descent like a falcon is easier to get long term, because the target is almost never a captain. I don't think it can be a captain. So I'm going to take Rampage like a bull, though. The friendly rock, you can either get upgraded by the rock, take the relic the rock has, or just laugh at it and gain some EXP. I'm going to gain the maximum health, because the Looking Glass, it It marks foes that are far enough away from you and makes them take 25% extra damage this turn. That's good, but I don't want to take this from the rock and then lose the chance to get an upgrade or a better relic later from the rocks. Because it says it will remember, and it will. And then the alchemist, he gives you potions for 25 gold, and we want potions because they are good. So we are going to take... I'm going to get enough EXP to level up at this next boss. So I either want to take strikes, take damage, or reduce all damage taken. I think Stone Skin's the safer option, so I'm going to take it. We got this guy. He is very easy for the most part. Yeah, this guy, he attacks from a distance, calls in reinforcements, and teleports away from you. So basically, he's like this cannon guy here, but he can summon reinforcements. He's not very difficult. In fact, this is probably the most boring part, is just getting rid of this guy. If we're on a high enough Doom level, he actually upgrades enemies that he attacks instead of damaging them, which is dangerous. That is the most dangerous part about him. We're going to set some bombs on these guys, just clear them out. I don't want to leave them for too long. And then I'm going to see, can I set you on fire and get out of the blast range? I can. I think. That would be, there. Right there. Because then, yeah, rampage like a bull. There's no minion enemies, so I get progress. There's a little fly around my screen. I'm trying to get rid of him. We just knock you into him, and then you take extra damage because he dies and he was on fire because he's locked. You get the point. We keep resetting the fire every time we knock an enemy into him that is on fire. And he is taking damage every turn because of the fire, and when we kill one of these enemies that is on fire, he takes more damage. It's one of the upgrade paths I like the most, because it just is so nice to see them slowly whittle away like that. And you can constantly reset the fire by knocking enemies into each other. And I did manage to get a double hit there, that is great. And I'm going to set up a bomb in the middle here, see if I can't hit all three of these enemies. I think that'll work. Boom, perfect. Let's see how many of these enemies I can set on fire to just get that extra damage. Ta-da! And he takes his damage, and now it's wave 2. So I get the extra turn. But he's not on fire anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and try and hit both of these enemies. These little crabs. And he sets him on fire. Excellent. And now he summons stronger crabs as part of wave 2. But at the same time, I have the Kalabauterman. I think his name is. I struggle so hard with it. It is not a name I am used to saying. And there's all those bombs and all that damage to get Rampage Like a Bull done in a single combat. He's going to do a little AoE. And we're going to hit him again. Yeah, enemy attack patterns can change slightly depending on the round. Usually they're pretty much the same. I'm going to set both of you on fire by knocking him into, hopefully, the crab on the right. No, just a little bit too low. Boom, boom. Now see, he did upgrade that enemy unit, but that's okay. Because he is about to die. Just from fire and from me hitting him. Bam, bam, bam. Boss defeated. I love this. It's so satisfying. And we get a free level up from the challenge. That wasn't so bad. Get another upgrade. Packing bonus seed is great. Bouncing fury is great. Feint is not great. I'm going to take packing bonus heat though because it makes it easier to get invigorating explosions to trigger. which allows us to again regain shields, which is amazingly good. And we're gonna... Oh, I forgot we don't actually get enough to level up. So that could have been bad. We are gonna take the EXP though, because I don't need to heal. And we have to take another curse. Blazing Barrage can be used offensively, but it's dangerous for health. Forced Teamwork is not great when you have one hero that's better than the other, especially in terms of upgrades. But it's not bad with our upgrades. Adrenaline Pump sucks. It is so bad. I'm going to take Blazing Barrage just because it should be interesting. Now let's see. What path do I want to take? Pale Stranger is dangerous. It's a lot of risk and reward. Wise Monkey is, again, risk and reward, but it can be good if you take a lot of damage. There's another Alchemist. And some of his potions aren't great. Some of them are amazing. I think I'm going to go for the Pale Stranger, and I'm going to head through this shop to get some extra relics, because we don't actually have any that are going to stick around. And I want some. Ooh, that is an excellent spread. That is an excellent spread of the barrels. So I'm going to hit this one, and that should launch into him, and the bomb on it should explode doubly. Boom! And we're going to go up here, and we're going to hit that barrel there, because that is going to launch into him, it's going to cancel his attack, and deal damage to him. Boom. I do think that guy... No, he does... Oh, he doesn't hit me. But I launch into the spikes, and then that explosion launches me into more damage. But he is going to die this turn. Although I do take damage from that. That launched it back into me. That sucks. So I'm going to... I know he's the commander, but I need this guy over here to die. Because he just keeps on sending projectiles at you, and that is no bueno. Is no good. We hit you. You're going to launch each other into those areas. You take damage from the spikes. That is excellent. I'm going to put a bomb on you. And I'm going to launch myself into you, dealing damage, and then that bomb explosion is going to heal my shields. Perfect. And now you are the only one left. No more minion units. So you should die from the fire now. Excellent. I'd like to see if I can't get the Burning Torch upgrade, which would really fill out my Swashbuckler's build. You are going to jump over here and try and deal damage to me. See, this is bad because the fire's not going to kill him before he launches his explosive, so I have to get far away. How far can I get away while also hitting him with a bomb? Just about there should do. Boom. He's gonna die, but like I said, he was gonna fire his projectile first. And you are not gonna hit me with that. You are gonna go flying. And set him on fire too. And I'm gonna light both of you on fire by doing a little drive-by, like so. It's just so satisfying. I love this game. And I got this in a bundle. I paid barely anything for this. I would have paid full price for this if I had realized how much I was going to love it. It is such a good little game. We need to set him on fire too, so when these two die, he takes the extra damage. Oh, no, I hit him into the spikes! Perfect. You know what? Perfect. Muy bien. Okay, we got some discounted relics here. I'm not actually fully profile leveled. As you beat stuff and fail and win runs, you level up your profile. Initially, you can only buy like 2 relics, and they're not discounted, and the point being is that you might not see this in your shop. I'm going to take the Hog, because what it does is it gives me 5% maximum shield per trinket I own. And then Vampire Teeth over here, after striking a foe, I regain 10% of the damage as a shield. Which, you'll remember, I already gain extra from the explosions too. That helps me sustain from bombs. Power spikes is dangerous. Full health target damage is nice, but it's not the be-all end-all. Dummy's Guide to Trinkets is really nice because as you get more trinkets, including things like scrap, and it does a lot of extra damage. And there's the looking glass I talked about earlier. Broken Heart's good because even though you lose 25% of your maximum shield, because again you gain that but you lose that much, you can regain it through things like Vampire Teeth or the Invigorating Explosions. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Unbroken Optimism and Training Guide. And that is going to lose me all my gold, but that's worth it. Can I knock you into those 3? Need to hit you as hard as I can. Yes, I can. Perfection. Let's see. Put you just about there? Maybe a little less power. It's just a tiny bit less power. Perfect. And that launches all those bombs out there, and perfection. And he's going to get himself killed by hitting the bomb into the spikes. We're going to set you on fire. Hit you a few times, but you are going to deal damage to me too. Because I was unfortunately still in your attack range when the turn ended. Again, I did it again. That was very stupid of me. But he is on fire, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. Hit him. That deals a little bit of it back as shields. These guys. Ape Engineers. These are so dangerous. Because what they do is they make these little turrets, and those turrets, they make one basically every single turn. So even if I take some damage, I have to get these guys off the field. ASAP. I cannot afford to leave them on the field. Period. They're going to build one of these turrets every turn, and after a few rounds, they will hit you from anywhere on the map every single turn you take. So I have to get at least one of them gone immediately, so I can deal with the rest. You see, if I go into his range, he's going to hit me, so I need to just barely get in range. Perfect. Next turn, he's going to have that bomb explode, and I'm going to set them on fire, too. And then his turrets are not considered commander units, so I don't have to kill them. But you can see, if you take too long to kill them, and the next wave spawns, you'll have even more enemies, and those enemies will be working with the turrets. It's very dangerous. This guy is not that bad, he's just annoying. He'll run at you every few turns, and yeah. Not much to say about him, he's not very interesting. But the nice thing is you can trick him into going with spikes because he's going to bounce straight towards me. And the spikes are in the way of that. I love that. I do need to decrease the power because he's going to bounce off that barrel. Boom. Just out of his range. But the other barrel moved into him and knocked him over. That sucks. But he's going to die next turn because I'm going to go down here. He's going to bounce himself into the spikes. And then the bomb's going to explode. And the fire's going to hit him. And you get the point. Ta-da! Claustrophobic arena. But we've made it work. Retaliation Storm is very good. Because after you take damage, you hit the foes, and you still put a bomb on them. But I think I need to take upgrades for the Swashbuckler. Retaliation Storm is nice too with, yeah, I have to take it because it deals damage and Vampire Teeth heals you, and that's good. And you see Empty Bottle counts as junk, so we still have that for the Dummy's Guide to Trinkets. The Pale Stranger. This is a vampire. Help me a bit of your life force is all I need. I can pay. If you don't give him your blood when you see him, you get his curse, and it is really bad, but you get a lot of EXP. If I give him 25% of or 20% of my maximum health, I can still heal that back up, but I gain 20 maximum shield. Or I can gain 50 gold, which is another trinket. I'm going to take that for 30% of my HP. But now I have to beat this guy with that lesser HP. Oh, this is... I'm just going to explode all these bombs. Can I bounce that into them? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Ha ha! Oh, those barrels are working for me. Now this guy, he just sets up all these turrets, these primate prototype. He's going to set up these turrets, they're going to charge at me, and if I stay in his range, he's going to attack me. He's very simple. This is genuinely, I could have gotten a much worse boss here. You see, he's going to charge me, but I am going to go behind one of his allies, so that when he does that, he just hits the ally and sets them on fire. Unless I accidentally screwed that up. Ooh, he actually took a diagonal. Forgot this boss is smart enough to do that. We're going to set you on fire, and you're going to damage him because, again, instant ignition. And the other perk, what was it called? Heat Wave. And we're going to launch you into him to set him back on fire, and boom, you're all three on fire! Perfection. You're going to do your jump attack, but I am going to go right up next to you and set a bomb on you. Ta-da. Perfection. And now I'm going to hit all three of these enemies. That is going to hit them, which is going to give me shield if I had already taken damage, and it's another wave already. Let's see here. Can I knock you into the... I can. At least one enemy. Perfect. He's going to charge at me. I am going to go over here. Boom. He shouldn't be able to hit me. He could not. See about just barely hitting him. Hopefully that knocks him out of range. It did. Good. That is going to hit me though, because he got knocked back in the way. A shame. I am just going to run. I think this is one of those times where I need to just not hit anything and just run. Because I was too surrounded there. And that was way too chaotic with the bomb explosions. We're going to knock him into his own creations, and I'm going to take some damage here. But it's worth it just to get that damage in. Plus, I'm going to level up in the next campfire, so I will heal that damage off. We're going to just move away from him. Although I need to get behind something so he has to take an unorthodox route and doesn't actually hit me. Even if it means I don't hit these things. Now I'm going to hit this top one with a bomb. It's going to hit him too because the bomb is going to explode. Boom. And that actually ended up hitting the guy at the bottom too. Very nice. And again, I'm just going to knock these two into each other and get out of the way of the attack. Perfection. Refresh the fire on these two while dealing some extra damage and getting out of their attack range. Oh dear. I'm going to get behind these things. No reason to take that damage. He's going to try and diagonal it, but he cannot. We are going to set bombs on these. Which should just, yeah, eliminates most of them. That gets me out of the way and does fire damage. Perfect. Yeah, this is the real grindy part, because I can win this fight, but it just takes so long. Can I hit both of them? I think so. Yes. He's not going to die from my next attack. I was going to just ram straight into him, but he's not going to die. Go ahead ahead and head over here. That is going to deal some damage, but I do have the shield to avoid it. And there I gained some of it back too by attacking. And the bomb exploded because of the fire, and boom. He's gone. I get my XP and my gold. I get an upgrade. I'm going to take Boots of Boost, which is nice because it allows you to move a lot further with the Swashbuckler. And then we're going to level up, gain our HP back, and move out of the jungle. Into the deeper jungle. Okay. Where do I want to head? Fortune Broker here sucks. Alchemist would be nice to get another trinket. And the Pale Stranger, I could get more gold and more... Okay, yeah, I think that's it. We're gonna go for the trinkets, yeah. Oh dear. This guy with the bananas here, oh no. He heals allied commanders and low health units every turn. Yeah, these are very bad bombs. These could basically kill me really quickly. I'm gonna try and hide behind these bombs over here and launch that one I'm gonna go next to right down at him. Boom. Perfect. Okay. That clears the field a bit. And he actually damaged himself off that, and he dies. Sorry. Still been a little sick recently. And also they run away from you, so... Yeah. These guys are a pain and they are very dangerous. But I get a speed boost for my wall bounce, and yeah, that's lovely. I need to not get that speed boost, I need to sit right down in there. That'll avoid his attacks, hopefully. Am I in range of that one? No, I'm not, thank gosh. Alright, he's actually going to survive till the next round, because I need to get these little monkeys off the field initially. Before I can afford to go after anyone else. Because they're just going to keep healing him. And usually it's more than I can deal damage. So I'm going to set a bomb on you, and... Or should I should just do the Swashbuckler, shouldn't I? Let's just do a new... Oh, shoot! That did hit me again, but that was worth it to get him on fire. Oh, dear. Oh, that's bad. What I need to do is I need to hit both of these with bombs, but I need to stay out of range of the other guy, too. I don't think you should be able to hit me. Okay, you almost hit the enemies into me. And we are just going to do this, which is going to explode a lot of stuff. I did take damage because I got knocked into him, but that won me the round. Because everything had a chain reaction. Oh, I hate these. Dash attack is good, though. Dash attack is good. Dash attack is really good, actually. Especially when you upgrade it. Playing with fire, no, these two are friendly fire. We're actually going to re-roll this. Which doesn't cost me any money on the first time, but after that it does. Bouncing Flurry is really good. So I'm going to take that one. Alchemist, what potions do you have? Mind Expanding Potion, this is the really good one. Every time you finish an arena for the next 3, you get 4 extra EXP. This is flat, this is just extra, it allows you to level up more often. Which is good, because more health, more damage, you get the point. Oh dear. We've got a sniper, a healer, you know, barrel ape. We've got the easy to go deal with guy and the berserker. This guy is like a jack of all trades, and he is really dangerous. So I need to knock that barrel into him. I knocked it into myself, but I dealt a lot of damage with the... Ooh, and he did too! Yeah, the follow-up was great there. I actually need to stay up here because otherwise they are going to come straight after me. See if I can't just get perfectly in there to where I'm not getting hit. Perfect. And he's going to hit himself on the spikes charging at me. Although he did also knock him into... So I take a lot of damage. That is a shame. I'm going to knock you into that barrel and hopefully... that causes a chain reaction. No, it did not. But that's okay. There are also spikes beneath this fern. Don't miss them. We're gonna knock that barrel into the other monkey, and hopefully that does a lot of damage. Although I do also take that damage there, but I kill him. Because of retaliatory strike. This wave is equally as dangerous, but for different reasons. I'm going to take some damage, but I'm going to damage them back. And I need to get on top of this before reinforcements come in. So that was necessary, in my opinion. Now they're going to explode next turn because of those bombs on them, so do not worry. Stay up there. Boom. Whoa, he bounced perfectly because of the explosions. Unfortunate. And I need you to not do that. Oh, but the extra force from the wall bounce knocked me into him again. That's a shame. But he is going to die this turn. And he's going to jump over me, which means I can probably kill him next turn. Yep. Oh no, the wall bounce hit me into the spikes. This has not been my proudest arena. No more reinforcements so we can slow roll this one. He dies. He's got the tracking shot. I'm gonna use the wall bounce to deal so much damage to him, but unfortunately, it didn't actually push me out of the range. So I take all that damage. Man, that sucks. Shoot. And he's gonna come hit me. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Because I have to go see the Pale Stranger after this. And I don't have health now. I don't have health to bargain with. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Hi, Pale Stranger. You see, they're grayed out because I don't have the health to offer to him. Which means I have to take his curse. If I do not strike a foe during my turn, I lose 25% of my max health that turn in damage. If I miss a single attack during this boss, I will die, unless I take this campfire and level up right now. That was bad. That arena basically screwed me very badly. Okay, we've got the Ape Think Tank. This one is, again, very tanky, but, it's a balancing act. He's gonna keep spawning in these Ape Engineers, and if you don't kill them, they're gonna spawn in turrets. And he also spawns in these little ones, these Ape Pylons, which damage between each other. Unfortunate, I'm still in range of him there. I didn't think I wouldn't have bounced out. Let's go ahead and hit both of them with bombs. Perfect. He's already halfway through his first phase. But he is very dangerous, so you cannot afford to let him get out of hand. Ouch. That was okay, though, because I just dealt so much damage there. So we are going to go over here. We're going to set a bomb on both of them. Both the actual apes. He deals damage to stuff in his radius, so he dealt damage to that. Oh, no! That was bad. Those things, again, they deal damage between each other, and I was between quite a few of them. Set some of them on fire. Hopefully that doesn't hit me between these two. It does. Shoot. I need to set a bomb on these guys, even if it means I take some damage. Although I can probably do it safer from over here and hit... yes, that's better. That's a better idea. And I think I kill him next turn. Although I take so much damage from those pylons. Boom! He does die! Although, unfortunately, I do take a little bit more damage. But I can level up again because I have so much EXP. Cluster! Ooh! Shoot. These are all amazing. Cluster bombs is more long-term damage. Instant ignition is much better. It doubles the amount of damage they take initially when they get on fire. And you can do twice per turn of a boost. I'm going to take Cluster Bomb because I don't already have it though. And then Gaze into the Black Abyss for our next curse. I'm going to take the additional Commander. And we are going to level up. Again. Level 7. Not bad. Especially given we're just now going into Brimstone Ascent. Now, how do I want to deal with this? Scrappies is great for getting scrap, which counts a lot towards trinkets. Which is good for our maximum shield and damage output. But I have to go through a hard combat, and if I want to go down further, the Pale Stranger is dead. Like, he is gone without the curse, so there's no point in going to him. We would have to go through, but we would get a shop. I'm going to take the Scrappies, because I thought about going through here for the easier combats, and I would still get the shop, but I can go through 2 Scrappies and get easier combat here through only 1 hard combat, and I get the upgrade. It's worth it. Now, let's see. Who's going to be the extra commander? You are! You're pretty normal. So we are going to bounce over here, and we're going to deal a lot of damage. That guy's basically a mega barrel enemy who explodes on everything. We're going to set you on fire. And you can see the cluster bombs are all set up, and they explode the next turn. And we're going to do that. It's going to hopefully bounce you out of range. I think I might actually get hit. I do get hit. Shoot. Too greedy. Too greedy. I could have easily gotten out of range with the Swashbuckler, but again, I let my greed rule me. I wanted that damage. Now, as you fight these frogs, you get this little green blood on the ground. And occasionally it turns red, and it'll deal damage to everything that's standing on it. Like that. That's what makes the volcano area so dangerous. This guy, he cannot miss his ranged attacks, so you cannot let him set up his ranged attacks. He is going to run away, but that is okay. We're going to knock him into them. He's going to deal a lot of damage, and that takes care of the ranged guy. This guy over here, the Bill Keg, he is going to spawn new enemies when he dies, but thankfully he's the last commander, so we don't have to worry about him doing that. Because the new enemies are not commander units, so they die right after. But otherwise, if you get too close, he's going to do that, where he just does a lock-on attack. And that is dangerous. So we're going to go over here and hit these two, and that's going to deal some damage to him, because one of them died. Which is grand. And then this turn, he should die. Perfect. Like I said, they don't stay. Unfortunately, we're on the red hand turn, and we got the big guy. So I need to hit that guy into the red there with the bombs. Yeah, they don't take friendly fire damage from the acid blood. And we need to be careful about doing hits like that, because if I did not hit them, guess what? I take damage because of the Pale Affliction. I have to hit someone every turn. Or else I get myself massively closer to death. Now I need to bounce myself away from the red. And I need to be Klabauterman or else I get the speed boost from being Swashbuckler. Unfortunately, that does mean I took the health damage. But I avoided the spikes. They deal like 500, 600 damage per hit. So that was actually worth it. Even though it may not seem like it, it was worth it. I promise you. Yeah, we had to take some damage here, but again, it was necessary. The volcano area is very dangerous. Well, I should say, it's not really the volcano area, it's the area beneath the volcano. Scrappies! Makeshift armor is good, so we're going to take that. Every turn, every time you're going to flick, regain 5 shield per junk. Now, I currently have 2. This counts as junk, so it's going to be 3, so every turn I gain 15 shield. And I can pay him 25 gold here, too, to choose one of 3 trinkets. One of those being, for every 15 gold, deal 5% extra damage, 70% extra damage. Which means we might not actually want to go to the shop now. I sure as heck don't. We now deal a lot of damage. Unfortunate, I always hope these little nitro lizards are the actual commander units that get promoted, but they aren't. Ever. Ooh, unfortunate that I get blasted into both. That sucks. Really sucks, but this should work. Booyah. Haha! No! It pushed me into the red. And that dealt 500 damage. Oh well. And you get blasted into me. I was hoping it would knock me into the wall and then, you know. But I didn't need to. It did not need to. We are setting you on fire, so you'll take damage every turn. Then I'm going to set the bomb on you, so you'll hopefully set up some cluster bombs for the next round after. That is, if I can even kill him before these reinforcements come. Let's see if I can. No, it doesn't seem like I can. It's not like there's any enemies for him to kill by being knocked out, but still. Okay, this is really unfortunate because I put myself in the corner and the 2 ranged enemies I need to take out immediately are way over there. So I need to do that. Boom, they're all on fire. Excellent! Now I need to regain some shield, so I'm going to go down here and set bombs on these enemies. Dealing damage to them deals it anyway, and when those bombs explode, if I'm still nearby, I regain some shield anyway. I am going to use the speed boost from you to try and rocket up that way and hopefully kill them. Oof. I did get knocked out of the red area, but I'm still going to take some health damage here. That is unfortunate. But he is also going to die, so... Game set, game match. There we go. Let's upgrade again. Have I maxed out? I have not, so I'm just getting a bit unlucky here. Heat Wave Plus is great. Boots of Boost is good, but I don't know that I want to take it. On Guard, again, no thanks. I'm going to refresh. Smoldering Residue! Shoot, but we also have Invigorating Explosions Plus. Instead of 50%, I get 100%. I'm taking Smoldering Residue because that really helps me keep burns going, which is important. And we're going to heal, conserve our gold because now it is very valuable to us. Hello. These 2 are twins. Bileworm Beta and Bileworm Alpha. One is ranged, one is not. And they have a very special thing they do when they die. So as you can see, Smoldering Residue means these burning torches get left over whenever an enemy dies. And they'll stay around for a turn or 2. Not long, but long enough to get use out of them? Usually, yes. Now, he's going to launch over to me. I think he's going to hit me. Unless that torch... Ooh, the torch blocked the path, so we had to go diagonal, and that did not work out. And then I'm going to light these two on fire again using this Swashbuckler. Although, I do get knocked into his attack range, and that is 259 damage. Unfortunate. Let's just send this and see what happens. That worked out. Haha! You fool. Ooh, he does hit me. That is unfortunate. See if I can't kill him with a few wall bounces like this. Yeah, I can. No! No, I'm on the red! Oh, God! 500 damage. 500 damage, and... But because he died, it ends the wave, which means this guy doesn't get to attack, which means I get to kill him. That worked out anyway. That was dangerous. That was almost very bad. But it worked. Next upgrade. Retaliation Storm's nice. Fervor's good. Ooh. Fervor's really good. Yeah, we're taking Fervor. And we're going to level up again. We're level 9 and we haven't even reached the last area. That is very good. That is extremely good. Okay. Pale Stranger, he's not there. I know he said we get nothing. I think we get like 1 EXP. Wise Monkey could be good, but it's going to cost me. Or it's going to be just 1 EXP. Scrappies is always good. We don't want shops, so we're going to go through the middle. I think we're going to take this route here because the Wise Monkey is dangerous. The Wise Monkey, basically, he takes half of your current HP, your max HP, and he can heal you if you have actually taken damage. So he sets you to 50% HP. That's what he does. I should actually say it properly. He sets you to 50% HP. And that can heal you or damage you. And then he gives you something in return for that HP that he healed you for, or... Yeah, even if he heals you, he gives you something in return. But you lose the HP or gain the HP just by going into the encounter and selecting the option. That was a really easy little first wave because all those bombs were stacked up on the right side, and, you know, that worked out really well. And we're just going to launch these fire pillars into these guys. Yeah, this is going great. Ooh! All those explosions, I love them. So I would go, but I have to attack him or else I take damage. So I have to take the red risk. But it didn't matter! It's just gonna hit my shield, which is fine because all that damage from hitting those walls. Because we took, what was it? What was it? Can you remember what it was called? It was called Fervor. I couldn't remember what it was called. You're joking. I've never seen the Nitro Lizard become the commander. I didn't know if it was possible. Oh, I love it. You're gonna die. I need to get rid of that giant turtle. Now. But I also have to strike something so that I don't take damage. That was better off anyway. You know what? That was perfect. In fact, that was better than I could have hoped for. Pale Stranger, as you can see, he truly did need our life force. Yeah. And we always feel his hunger, because we are him now. Makeshift something or 2 junk. I'm actually going to take the junk for 10 gold, because I increase my damage and shield through that. And it works for makeshift armor. So let's... Oh, this is interesting. Let's really nail it. It's gonna launch all that in that direction. Which sets a lot of stuff on fire. Although he... Oh, I thought that was gonna injure me. Thankfully it didn't, but it could have. That would have been really bad. There we go. And they're all taking damage from hitting each other and fire and all kinds of stuff. Booyah. Kershaw. I'm actually going to go up here and hit him, because he will not only have these fire torches go down there, but he'll explode and then boom, boom, it's perfect. If you damage me, I actually deal damage, which is good, so please hit me. Yes, haha! I was in range! You see, this game just gets out of control, and I love it. I love it so much. It is so just, it lets you be stupid overpowered, or just do stupid things. And that's so fun. You know, it really is. Kaboom. Haha. Yeah, we've gotten really powerful now. I'm gonna take Bouncing Flurry, I think. Yeah, Bouncing Flurry. Plus. You remember the other two, Beta and Alpha? This is the Hydra. He's basically their older brother. He's just gonna do the exact same thing. He splits into multiple pieces when he's killed. And then those pieces he splits into split into multiple pieces when they are killed. You cut one head off, two more come back type deal. You know, Hydra. Kaboom. Now I'm gonna see if I can't kill you this turn by bouncing into a wall a bunch. Yeah, I can. And welcome his split heads. Hydra Stomp Gunner and Hydra Spawn Tracker. Can you guess what they're gonna split into? Maybe, I don't know, a Stomper and a Gunner? And a Spawner and a Tracker? That'd be my guess. We're just gonna do that to get a lot of speed, so we hopefully avoid at least one of these. They kind of do like a mini tracking, but fortunately we didn't need to, because the bombs dealt so much damage, because we have so much damage increase. And would you look at that, a Hydra Tracker, a Hydra Spawner, a Hydra Stomper, and a Hydra Gunner. Who would have thunk? That's already one dead from the cluster bombs. And we're gonna set up more bombs to make more clusters. I'm gonna do that. Because that's gonna kill him, and that's gonna bounce me with the bombs, and hopefully hit me out of the red. I think I still take some damage. Do I? No, I don't. Just out of range. Which means that with this hit here, we win. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, mate. It really is that simple sometimes. And we get another level up. That is great. Ooh. I'm gonna take Invigorating. I want to keep that shield up. Those are all good, but Invigorating's great. And now, the Caverns of Greed. I wonder which way we should go now. Yeah, this is the end. This is the final bit. Wise Man's Beard would have been great a long time ago. Junk Finder Kit would have been great a long time ago. Quick Snack's actually really good. I might take that. Ominous Stone. 25% of any damage you regain as a shield is dealt as damage. It's nice. I do think I'm only going to buy the blood diamond for this shield here, because I get 1 gold, 1 max shield. That way I only lose 50 gold, but I gain 300 shield. And then I still keep the gold for the heavy purse. And then we are leaving for the combat. This combat can be a bit tricky. Yeah, a lot of these enemies are going to run straight at you constantly. And it gets pretty tricky. So can I hit you over there and not take damage? I hope so. No, I do take damage, but it launches all of you into that direction, which is great. I'm going to wall bounce here to hopefully avoid that attack and launch that barrel into you. I do. Perfect. And now that he's jumped over here, he's ready to strike. Which is not good for me. Can I get under that? I don't think I can. That's unfortunate. He's gonna ram into me, and he does 690 damage. But that idiot hit into the bombs. Hello. Goodbye. You die. Now, it's okay if he's here the next round, but... Oh god, I think I'm gonna sneeze. I'm okay. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Oh. That was a bad sneeze. That was... Ugh. Oh, that made me feel awful. Jesus. Fuck. He is dead, though. No next round. I could not mute that. That was... I'm fully tabbed into this game. So that was a no-go. Now, he's going to deal some damage to me, but I set them all on fire for the price of it, so that's good. Let's see if I can't avoid this attack. And set some bombs up, maybe? No, I did not set a bomb up on them. Which means I also didn't hit them, which means I took the damage, and... cutting into my health now. It's not good. I'm gonna get behind this torch, and hopefully he'll reset his fire. But I need to hit... No, I need to hit... Well, I hit the torch. I can hit the torch, yes. Yes, I can hit the other torch. The left torch I can hit. Which counts. But that cluster bombs kind of screwed up my plan. Unfortunate. The cluster bombs are cool, but they can also sometimes screw you over. Oh well. We're just gonna move here, deal some damage, because I can't really afford to avoid that. Plus, I believe there is a campfire right before the final boss. Which should be pretty useful in terms of, you know, healing up from the damage I've taken. Boom. Perfection. And next turn, I'm going to be able to hit him, and he should die from it. Boom. Excellent work. Alright. And given there's no campfires after this one, we just heal. There's no reason not to. Final boss. Hello, friend. Yeah. This guy's dangerous. But he should be. He's the final boss. I'm gonna launch that into you. Unfortunate, I kind of did too much there. Yeah, he spawns these big rocks, and he'll shoot out projectiles and spawn new enemies, and it is rough. I'm gonna bounce off this wall, deal extra damage. You're gonna move into me and hit me, but that's okay. Because I deal a lot of damage by bouncing into the wall and taking the damage. Which is good. And now I'm also going to hit you with fire. I hope you're okay with that. Mr. I actually don't know your name, I never checked. The Cursed Corsair. And because we deal so much damage, because we've gotten so overpowered, he's already off his first stage. Normally that'd take a lot longer, but we are pretty powerful. We are very powerful. Boom. Now I'm gonna hit them both. I'm gonna take damage here, I can't prevent that. But I can at least set them on fire again. So they deal damage to each other and all that. And I think I'm gonna handily win this now. Just set up a bomb here. The cluster bombs are gonna explode now. Yeah, he's already dead. Not the most climactic of fights, but that's because we got so overpowered. And it works out. These are also probably the easiest characters to play, these two that I have here. And also, I've only beaten it with these two and the Huntress, so... oh well. And the riches are ours. The end? Question mark? For now it's the end at least. I don't think this game is getting updates. But we get the island's fabled treasure. And that's the run done. I do get some achievements for this too, because like I said, I'm not maxed out on profile level. And that was Doom level 6. We actually beat Doom level 6. Okay. Well, I hadn't done that before. And here you can see our stats from the Swashbuckler and the Klabalterman to the damage dealt, shield regained, damage taken, enemies destroyed, all of it. Level 10's usually where you reach by the end. Although we hit level 9 pretty early, so I'm kind of surprised we only hit level 10. Usually, for ones like this, I hit level 11. Regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, because we're not done with this. Goodbye.